Hi, I'm Sam here at Rick Jones Pianos with a Yamaha console that was built in Indonesia in 2006. It's a model M21, which means it's part of the M series of Yamaha vertical pianos, all of which were console sized, so between 40 and 44 inches tall, approximately. And the different numbers after the letter M just indicated what time period and sometimes the furniture style. There's a lot of different numbers, but the basic point is that it's part of the M2 series, which was decorator style consoles. M1 series were continental style, more modern and contemporary. This is more traditional. And I quite like the case. It has a satin mahogany finish with a slow motion key cover fall board built in. So it's a mechanism that prevents it from closing too fast on your fingers and hitting your fingers. It's built in from the factory, so you don't really see it any more than you would a normal fall board latching mechanism on each end of it. And as I said, I like the appearance of it. It's a mahogany case. It's a dark mahogany satin, and a lot of the aspects of the cabinetry remind me of console pianos from the 1940s and 1950s, a very early version of consoles. They usually had toe blocks like this piano has. Unlike a lot of consoles we get that have freestanding legs, kind of hard to see, but I'm pointing to one right here. A lot of consoles had freestanding legs, and they're delicate and easily broken. Not so much on this piano because they're attached to solid toe blocks that go into the case, just like it would on a Yamaha U1 or a Yamaha P22 Studio. And perhaps manufacturers went away from that toe block design in the consoles because they didn't think it looks elegant enough. I don't know. I like the way it looks. It has a retro look to it because console pianos were made that way in the 40s and 50s. And incidentally also were made at that time with a mahogany finish more often than a walnut or oak finish that we see in other models. So it has a nice retro look, kind of a little bit Art Deco-y. I like it. And it was a very pleasant piano to play. It has a very gentle, warm, mellow sound. I would call a 4 on the scale from 1 to 10, from mellow to bright. Yamaha is not known for making pianos with a mellow sound, but in my opinion, more and more of their recent models in the past decade or so have tended more toward a mellow, warm sound. In my opinion, they're trying to compete with Steinway for both the concert stage and students in the home practicing and in school. And Steinway is a piano known, especially amongst classical pianists, for its warm sound. This piano kind of reminds me of that, very warm sounding, very gentle, and won't overwhelm a small living space, such as what you would be putting a console piano in. So, very pleasant. It makes melodies, I think, sing very beautifully, and there's no hint of harshness in the sound whatsoever. The touch I forgot to think about. It's a little firm. There's a little bit more than the average amount of resistance in the keys, which again, Yamaha is not known for. Historically, their pianos were known for more of a brighter sound and a lighter touch, less resistance in the keys, but again, in my opinion, I think they've been trying to get away from that purposely in recent years, but also, in general, we ask that you judge every piano individually. They all turn out differently over time. Any tiny little manufacturer variations from the beginning might get magnified with time or whatever. Maybe a piano technician of the previous owner specifically softened the hammers so they don't sound as bright. I don't know what happened, but it's in good condition, and it has a lot of musical characteristics, I think, that compare it well to Steinway's and Kawai, which is also another manufacturer competing for the concert stage, with a warm and mellow sound. And incidentally, they're based in the same city in Japan, Hamamatsu, that Yamaha is based in. So Reminds me a lot of both of those pianos. And I'll call the Touch a 6 on the scale from 1 to 10, just a little firmer than average. Finally, the piano does have a middle pedal, which operates a true practice mute, something you won't find in the 1940s console, despite the appearances of this piano. It operates just like it would on a Yamaha U1, a larger Yamaha upright. Press it down, move it over to the left, holds itself in place, and inserts a strip of felt in between the hammers and the strings so you can practice very quietly without disturbing anyone, especially if you're in a row home or apartment. So, really delightful little piano. I hope you can come out and see it for yourself. You're welcome to play it along with anything else in our inventory. But if you can't make it, you can always give us a phone call or send us an email with any questions. Thanks.